when I found Trade the Pool, I was like, wow, this is the best opportunity out there. And I'm surprised there isn't more people out there talking about it and doing it, because it teaches you what I needed the most was to be disciplined. Like, I wasn't cutting losses fast. I wasn't doing all of these things. And this kind of forces you to learn those necessities. Like, you can learn trading, you can learn how stocks move, but only you can discipline yourself. And this kind of edges you towards being disciplined.
So, hi, Trade the Pool traders. So today I'm with Josh. Josh is one of our funded traders. He's just passed his evaluation. So, Josh, thank you very much for joining us today. How's everything going?
Everything's going good. Things are going great. Trading's going good. Passed the evaluation finally after a few attempts. So
perfect.
Everything's going good.
And you're in the US, so you're in Indiana.
Yep,
as you mentioned a minute ago. Amazing.
Yep.
So tell everybody just a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your journey and how you came about to take a prop challenge and become a funded trader for Trade the Pool.
Yeah. So went to college for machining and got into machining when I was in high school, when I was 17, 18 years old. And as soon as I hit the trades of working in a factory and the machining industry, I'm like, there's got to be something else in the world for me. And when I was 17, 18 years old, I found trading. So, and then that just kind of sparked it all. Like, I'm like, this is something I got to do. And now I'm 23 years old. So here we are 5 years later, and I'm still learning. I've dedicated a lot of time. I was sent to college for machining. And while I was at college, I was obviously like trying to succeed in my degree, succeed in class and school and everything. But I was watching stock videos like it was like my life depended on it, basically. Like, I was nonstop studying. Like, it all started with Tim Sykes and stuff. Like,
old school.
Fell in love with the entire thing, like many other people do. But I took it like to a whole nother level. So I've been doing that. And then when I found Trade the Pool, I was like, this is the best opportunity I've seen yet. Like, I don't have to risk a bunch of my own money like I was doing previously. Like, when you're learning, it takes so long to learn and like get the experience. You have to feel every different emotion. You have to see every different scenario. Like, you really don't know what you're doing. After dealing with all that loss and stuff, I decided I need to settle down a little bit, watch the markets, and do something a little bit less risky.
What attracted you to stock trading and not something like futures or currencies?
Stocks are just kind of what I started off with. I mean, I still have interest in futures and currencies, like crypto and stuff. I don't really have much of an interest in. Like, after I've watched tons of videos on all of it, and it seems that they all move in, like, they all have a lot of similarities. So it's something that I would learn, but I'd like to focus on one thing right now and master that, and then see where things take me in trading. So maybe I'll get into other stuff eventually. But
I agree with you that keeping to one thing and doing that one thing well is much better than, spreading yourself too far out and doing crypto trading and futures and currencies and stuff like that. So no, definitely. When you first started trading, you're probably a very different trader to where you're at now. Do you want to just talk to me just a little bit about the changes you've gone through as a trader that was, just starting off to a trader that now is just past a funded account and now he's getting paid to trade for a firm?
Yeah. When I first started it was just kind of instantly, I was just looking for a way out of work, basically. I mean, that's the reason why I started. It's why a lot of people start. But then as you get to learn it, you find out that the opportunity that's there is outrageous. So
anything specifically that changed? Let's say maybe you had a couple of biases that you kind of realized that you needed to cut out of your trading, or anything
Yeah, I tried to explore so many different routes. I was looking at longs, shorts, there's so many different videos out there, so many people's different strategies, that I was focused on so many different people and what they were doing, that I wasn't really focusing on my own trading, and I was just letting all of these distractions mess up everything that I was doing, because I was trying to implement everybody's own technique into my own, where I needed to be really focusing on myself. Like I had a bad habit of getting on Twitter, seeing which stocks everybody was talking about, and like that's just not something you want to be doing. And as I've cut that out, as I've not looked and seen what other people are trading, what profits they're making, everything, as I focused on myself and my own strategy, that's when things really started to turn.
Amazing. So I've just been looking at your account. I'm actually going to share this with everybody just so we can just have a look and see how you passed.
Yeah, the market's been very good the last few weeks. As I get into the funded trading, I'm going to make sure I try and minimize risk as much as possible.
100%. Definitely a big tip for a lot of people, and something that they don't do straight away is whatever risk that they were taking on the challenge because they wanted a pass, you've got to kind of cut it down, get used to being on a funded account, take a little bit of that excited mentality out of the equation. It takes a little bit of getting used to. Once you're out of that, then jump in and start risking a little bit more. So here you can see your dashboard.
Yep.
You've done obviously your profit target, which you got $4,200 in profit. Here are some of your trades. A nice amount of trades. You've done it in a fairly quick fashion, to be honest. Your success rate's around about 50%, which is fantastic, especially if you've got a risk to reward your risk to rewards are like a 1 to 3. So that's fantastic. So you're definitely up there with a good risk to reward ratio and a success rate. That's very profitable trading. With this kind of risk to reward ratio, this could probably even go down to about 40 and you will still be a profitable trader. So this is your risk to reward ratio is actually fantastic. Do you want to just walk me through some of these trades and what you're actually looking at in the market when you're actually going into trading? I think your best trade was on ARBB.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want to walk me through that trade?
Yeah, that one was after market open, I think. I believe, that one was after market open. So one of the things I've been doing is cutting out the first 15 minutes of market open. Like I'm not going to be trading that first 15 minutes. It's one of the things that I've always known I shouldn't be doing, and it's something that I told myself recently. Like I'm done trading the first 15 minutes, and these trades have worked out very well. Like I traded right at 845. I'm trading price action, support, resistance, and up.
Simple.
That's all I'm looking for, really. So
nice
stocks. Both of the stocks I had that were up there close to 7. I think they were both close to 1,700. They were both at 845. Stocks were dipping back down to previous support, like it bounced off multiple times. Previous resistance is about to be support again. Held very nice on the 5-minute candles. Looked good on the 2-minute candles. There wasn't any big red candles that scared people out. There wasn't. So these are things that I'm just looking for as I'm trading a stock. So it met all my requirements. The volume looked good, so took the trade.
Nice.
That one I didn't have to exit for pretty much all day because it just continued going up. So I was ready to pull out. And came back down.
I see that you also in some of these you actually increased your position size as well. So you actually added to your trade. Is that something that you developed naturally as you went on in trading? Because it's quite an advanced technique. Is a lot of people don't really tend to add to their positions. They normally get in with their full amount and then they
that's one of the things that I did for a while, and it wasn't working out for me as much. Like especially with the low float smaller price stocks, like they're moving way faster. So you gotta, if you get in with 1,000 shares right there and it drops 50 cents because that's how fast they're moving lately, there goes $500. Like, so these last couple days, weeks, whatever, I've been just going in half size, waiting until this thing starts going up, confirms that it held support, starts heading up back up to the upside, like just visually all the signs, the volume, everything's telling me that it's going to be making the next move to the next resistance point, whatever that is. I normally pull off the 5-year chart. So I'm just watching all of those things, and I add to my position when everything's going my way, and then hopefully take profits when it gets to my price target. But if things don't go my way, I'm hopefully cutting at where I entered or a little bit below. That's one of the things I've been doing a lot lately too, is just cutting losses. I cut losses a lot better lately.
Perfect. What would be your advice for a new trader coming in that has gone through the same kind of journey, that is now looking at Trade the Pool as maybe a possibility to get funding? What is your advice to that trader?
I say definitely try Trade the Pool. I mean, like I hear from me, I've done it for like 4 or 5 years. I've been studying. Granted, I've been like working full time and doing all kinds of other stuff, but I've been doing it for 5 years. You're gonna you don't know stock trading until you've done it for a while and experienced all of these things. So, and this is the best way. Like Trade the Pool is what I've found the best opportunity to do that, because it's going to show you if you can make consistent money or can't make consistent money, because you're going to have it's not easy to make 4,200. I've tried it a few times. It's not easy to make $4,200. Like, it's just not easy. It's not as easy as it sounds. Like, you can get lucky, especially when you're required to do it in under 30%. Like, you can't have a trade that's above 30%. It really makes you have small, consistent trades. So I highly recommend this.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much for spending the time with us today and going through a little bit about your process and giving some tips to the new guys. And I wish you all the best in your new funded account. Hopefully we can have an updated interview once you've scaled a couple of times and once you've had a couple of payouts.
Yep, I hope that's the goal. I hope I'll be back here.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Josh.
Thanks a lot.